It is Tuesday night, so it is shoulders and calves. I decided to do high volume training on my shoulders tonight instead of doing any intensity. And I'm going to let the video play, but what I really want to talk about is cardio and step counting and intensity of cardio. What's more important and what is the goal? What's the reasoning and whatever else? So right into it. Okay, I honestly think step counting is a waste of time. I think if you're counting your steps, it's a waste of time. Like I know some people talk about, oh, just get 10,000 steps a day. You'll be fine. You don't have to actually do any deliberate cardio if you just do 10,000 steps a day. I don't really think that is good advice for someone who has a very specific goal. I think it's a good advice for someone who's just trying to be active and lose weight. I think that's great advice for someone who's just trying to be more physically active and move around. But if you're a waitress and you're already walking a lot at work and you're not losing weight, you can't really say like, oh, 10,000 steps is the ticket. That's the golden ticket to lose weight. If you do construction, you're constantly moving and walking around. If you're a mechanic, blue collar, you do any physical laboring job for work, you're moving around a lot and you're not losing any weight. You're not losing any weight because your body is already accounted for that movement and those calories are being consumed already as it is, and you're not getting any additional work for calorie consumption from taking those steps. So I don't think that there's a right way or wrong way to do cardio. I think it determines on the specific reason why you're doing cardio. If you're trying to get more endurance, then you're going to want to do more endurance-based cardio, jogging, recumbent bike, things that require you to be in zone 2 cardio for a duration of time, and then push yourself further and further every cardio session to get more and more endurance. If your goal is to get more explosive or faster, then more sprint running and more fast-paced climbing. If your goal is to lose weight for health reasons and you don't care about muscle mass, you're just trying to get down to a certain weight because you want healthier blood markers, zone 2 cardio, even zone 3 cardio, high intensity interval cardio, like doing like sprints and then a jog, then a sprint, then a jog, climbing the stairs at a rapid rate, then slowing down to a calm pace, then back up, letting your heart rate go up and down, recumbent bike, 2 minutes soft, 1 minute hard, 2 minutes soft, 1 minute hard. That's great for losing weight. That's great for building endurance. But as far as it goes for bodybuilding purposes, if you're trying to preserve as much muscle as you can while burning the absolute most amount of fat as you can, then I think the cardio needs to be way different than any of those. So I learned over the course of time of doing things and experiencing things and helping other people lose weight that you can do high intensity cardio, you could do full on sprinting, jogging, running, fast-paced bicycling, recumbent bike, or Stairmaster, and you're going to lose weight. The problem is you're going to lose a certain amount of muscle mass with that weight. It's not just going to be body fat. And if you want to preserve as much muscle as you can, then you need to slow down your cardio. So not even going into zone 2 cardio, just doing a very light walk. And I don't mean jogging or walking so fast that your calves and shins start to burn and you start breathing heavy. I mean, I'm talking about just a calm pace, like you're at the grocery store and you're buying groceries kind of pace. You're getting up to go use the bathroom from the couch kind of pace. The duration of time is more important than the amount of intensity you put in there. Movement and helps increase digestion and also helps increase insulin sensitivity. But more importantly, what it does is it consumes calories. Your body is going to consume calories one of two ways. If you move explosively, rapidly, and violently, you're going to consume glucose out of the muscle. So you're going to burn the water weight and the stored energy out of the muscle. So when you do explosive movements like bodybuilding, powerlifting, strongman, CrossFit, and you sprint or you run upstairs, you're burning glucose for energy. You will consume calories and those calories will be burnt off as fat eventually. But when you move explosively, you're going to predominantly use the glucose out of the muscle tissue. And then what's going to happen is your body will actually start to cannibalize muscle because it wants rapid, fast energy. And if you run out of carbohydrates, your body's going to cannibalize your muscle tissue. So if you walk at a very modest pace for a duration of time, your body gets a metabolic response to preserve glucose in the muscle and to metabolize fat for energy. So your body will actually start to metabolize the fat into energy to sustain your cardio. So that way, if you have to run, or if you have to explosively move, like let's say a bear attacks you, or you have to climb a tree to get away from something, or you have to sprint out of the area, a log or a rock falls on you, you have the energy and the explosiveness to be able to get out of that situation, or to be able to move or pick something up. And then your body is going to rely on the glucose for that explosive, rapid firing movement. And it's not going to consume your glucose out of your muscles when you're doing these slow, long walks. So like if you think about barbecuing, when you smoke a brisket and you smoke a pork shoulder, you want to render the fat. How do you render the fat? You smoke it and cook it slow and long. Very long cooking session at a very low temperature. Well, your body is going to render fat kind of the same way. So if you do a very slow pace for a very long time, your body is going to select fat consumption over carbohydrate consumption. So whenever you work out, you'll still have energy to lift weights and move explosively and have a very hard workout without feeling like you've been drugged through the muck. But if you do very aggressive, hardcore cardio and you deplete all the glucose out of your muscle tissue and out of your liver, then the problem is you don't have the energy to work out because you just consumed all the glucose from your cardio session. It takes around 24 to 36 hours for your body to restore glucose into the muscle tissue. Your body will naturally consume 90 to 100 grams of carbohydrates a day for brain function, liver function, just overall body function for energy, just regular movement throughout the day, and your body's normal function is about 90 to 120 grams a day. So if you are running and jogging and sprinting and then you're working out and you're only eating like 150 carbohydrates a day or 200 carbohydrates a day, then you're wondering why you're feeling bad or not feeling like you have energy to work out and you feel so drained. It's because your cardio is consuming all your carbohydrates for energy, and then you don't have nothing left to work out. So if you reverse that and you walk not very slow, but you walk at a very decent pace, then what's going to happen is your body's going to have those carbohydrates for your workout when you need them, and it's going to metabolize fat. It doesn't sound like, oh, well, no, the harder I work, the more results I get. Yes, but hard doesn't mean you have to kill yourself. What hard means is consecutively doing something for a duration of time. Losing weight, putting on muscle mass, losing body fat and putting on muscle mass is something that happens over time. This isn't something that happens overnight. What makes it so impressive whenever you see these people with these physiques, it's not because they worked out really, 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 really hard for 2 weeks. It's because they were consistent over 2-3 years and they showed up and did what they were supposed to do correctly. And that's why they look the way they look. So it's not something you could do in 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. This is something that has to be done over the long haul, over the long time. So picking a slower form of cardio that is going to consume your fat over time versus just trying to work really hard, really fast, and then feeling like crap and giving up, throttle off the cardio intensity and do a light, mild cardio. Now, again, this is for bodybuilding. If you have other goals and other things that you're after, then of course your cardio is going to be different depending on your demands. If you're playing sports, if you're doing it for health reasons, whatever the reason is, you have to figure out why you're doing cardio and what the proper stimulus is to get the results that you're after. Because if you don't give your body the proper stimulus, it's going to send the wrong signals and then you're going to get the wrong results. So be a little bit more, I guess, mindful of what you're trying to achieve and the way you're going about it. And that's going to make the biggest difference in your results. Because I know for me, I used to lose all my muscle mass whenever I would do this crazy intense cardio. Now I'm keeping almost all my muscle and burning a ton of fat, doing way easier cardio than I've ever had. And it's just amazing the difference it's making in my whole entire physique just from simply changing the style of cardio that I do. Well, that's basically going to be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.